Okay, this is Unit 4, our last lesson on converting between the imperial and metric systems, and we're converting the area measurements. So whenever we're using these measurements, we always multiply. So these ones, we will always multiply using these charts. So we multiply using those charts, okay? So we will multiply using these charts. So if I want squared inch to centimeters squared, I find that on my chart. So I find out where squared inch starts. That's over on my right-hand side. And now I find out what number to multiply by. So now I multiply by the number 6.4516. I multiply it all. And what we're doing here, it says round to the 100th. That means 2 decimal places. That means I want to see 2 digits after the decimal. Okay, I want to see 2 digits after the decimal. All right. That answer is going to give us 103.23 centimeters squared. Moving right across, we're going to do meters squared to squared yards. So now we're on the other chart on the left, and we're going to find meters squared, and we're going to find squared yards. Meters squared, that one's feet. I want squared yards. So squared yards is going to give me the number 1.1960. We don't need to put the 0 on the end. That's fine. So we need to multiply by that. Okay. That's going to give us the answer of 29.9 yards squared. So 29.9. Okay, again, all we're doing is using the chart. We're just using that chart above. All right, keeping that chart in mind, here we go. Squared feet to meters squared. So now I'm going to find squared feet to meters squared. I know the number to multiply by is 0.0929. And that's going to give me an answer of 3.72. So 3.72. Now we're going to do squared yards to meters squared. So squared yard to meters squared. Well, that's the very next number right below. So now we're multiplying by 0.8361. And that's going to give us an answer of 14.21. All right, so the first one says, example 2, the floor area of Danielle's room is 25.4 squared yards. The carpet she needs is advertised in meters squared. So first of all, we need to find out, A, how much carpet does she need to buy in meters squared? So we got to convert. So here we are converting squared yards to meters squared. So we need to take 25.4 and multiply it by the number in the chart, which is 0.8361. Okay, 0.8361. All right, so we do that first, and that's going to give us 21.24 meters squared. But you can't buy 0.24 of a meter squared. So you need to round that up to a whole number because it's problem solving. So we are going to round to a whole number. So if I'm rounding that to a whole number, how many meters squared would it be? Typically, you would round down to 21, but if I need that extra little bit, you're going to have to actually add that little bit in there. So that means you're going to actually have to buy 22 meters squared. Okay, so you're rounding to the whole number. So you need to buy 22 meters squared. So what's that going to do? Well, you need to take 22 and times it by the money. So for part B, that's this part here. What is the cost? That's going to be 22 meters squared times the money, $23.40 per meter squared. So you're multiplying that all together, and that's going to cost you $514.80. Okay, so that's how much that carpet's going to cost. Okay, example 3 says, Akila is a cost estimator for a landscaping company. He has to calculate the amount of material needed to construct a circular outdoor patio from paving stones. So if it's going to be a circle, we are dealing with pi. It says the diameter all the way across is 13 meters. So that is our diameter, 13 meters. Okay, so far we know that. It says one bundle of paving stones covers 116 feet squared. So squared feet. Now it says, how many bundles of paving stones do you have to order? Well, first of all, if I know my diameter, I need to find my radius. Radius is half as big. So I'm going to divide 13 divide 2. And that's going to give me my radius. And my radius is 6.5. Okay, so my radius is 6.5. So the first thing we have to do is find the area. Okay, so the area we need is going to be r squared times pi because it's a circle. So that means I'm going to have 6.5 squared times pi. And we're going to type that in. And we're going to get a really big answer of 132.7 meters squared. Then it says our paving stones cover 116 squared feet. So our second step now is to convert. So we are converting meters squared to square feet. So I need to take my number 132.7 and I'm going to be multiplying it by the number on my chart, which tells me 10.7639. That's the number I'm multiplying by. Okay, so 10.7639. That's going to give us an area of 1428.4 squared feet. Our third step is to divide. So now we're going to take our answer, 1428.4, and we are going to divide by 116. And that's going to give us 12.3 bundles. Now, if you're at one of the home stores where it's like Home Depot or Lowe's or one of the where you get your wooden stuff, if they're not going to throw or sell you 0.3 of a bundle, you need to buy a full bundle. So 12 bundles isn't enough. You need to buy 13 13 bundles. So the answer for this question would be 13 bundles you need to buy. Okay, even though the 0.3 wouldn't round up, it's real life, you have to buy that extra because 12 isn't enough. It's like when we do those questions when we're talking about the amount of paint and the amount of paint you have to buy, same idea. You have to round it up to whole numbers. Okay? All right. Example 4. I'll give you a minute to write all that down. I know. Okay, here we go. This is example 4. We've got Sheila. She's trying to decide whether to put hardwood flooring or carpet in the living room. The dimensions of the living room are 22 feet by 16 feet. The hardwood costs $18 per meter squared with an installation cost of $1,500 all in. The carpet costs $21.95 per meter squared, and the installation's a bit cheaper at $1,350. What is the cost of each, and which would be the better deal? So, first thing we have to do is find the area. So step 1 is area of the room. Whoa, it's glitching out here. Hang on.
Oh yeah, it's.
Oh, it's blurry. Hang on. I'm just putting, hang on here. Okay, we've got step 1. Step 1 is to find the area. So we got to find the area of the floor first of all. And again, the floor is going to be a rectangle. So it's going to be length times width. So we're going to get 22 times 16. And this is going to give us 352 squared feet. But if you take a look at the questions, the money in the questions is all in meters squared. So that tells us we need to now convert. So the second thing is we need to convert now. So second step, we are going to convert. Okay, so we're going to convert squared feet, 352. And we are going to times it by, from the chart, the number 0.0929. 929. As soon as it starts to write, it's not writing. There we go. 29. So we're going from squared feet to meters squared. All right. That's going to give us 32.7. Okay, 32.7, and now this is meters squared. Now, when you're buying that type of stuff, when you're buying meters squared or square feet, when you're buying an area of material, you need to round it to the nearest whole number. So I would be buying 33 meters squared because you can't buy 0.7 of a meter squared. So you need to buy 33 meters squared. So now we're going to check the pricing. So this was step 2. That's supposed to be a meter squared. Okay, so step 1 was find the area. Step 2 is convert from feet squared to meters squared. And now we got to figure out the money. So over here, we want the hardwood. So that's going to be $18.
It's really glitchy.
I know, it's really glitching out here. Hang on.
Can you see?
Whoa, refresh to continue. It is really having a heck of a time here.
Like at the beginning of the year, who was turning off the?
Did I what? Yeah. I'm not going to say. Someone in the room has a clicker. Is it who? No. He might be one of them, but it's someone else.
Are they in here right now?
I know, I'm trying to work on it here. It's reloading. Yay.
I've never been nominated for anything really.
Well, that's wonderful. Good for you. This is still going on. We're still waiting. No, it's glitching.
Oh, you wrote a lot.
I know. We're going fast because it finally came back on. Here we go. So the hardwood, we take our $18 per meter squared. We multiply it by our 33 meters because we need to buy, as we discussed, 33 meters squared. Because we had to round it up. Okay, so we had to buy 33 meters squared. And we have the initial cost of our 33 meters. Then we have to pay for install. So you got to always pay for the guys to come over and put it in for you. Okay, so we add the $1,500 install. We're going to get $2,094. Now we're going to add, we need to add the install. So here we're adding that install cost, which is going to be $1,350. So we're going to add the install and we're going to get a total cost.
Why are you looking at me?
A total cost of $2,074 and 35 cents. All right, write those down and we're going to move to the next question. I'm just going to see if the thing will push pause. Well, at 3 o'clock, hopefully, yeah. But the thing is, okay, you have to listen carefully. We got, if it'll open now, come on. Okay, so now we've completed the question. Step 1 was to find the area. Step 2 was to convert from our squared feet to meters squared. We found the cost for hardwood. We found the cost for carpet. And we found that carpet was cheapest. Okay? Moving on to our final question. Example 5. It says, determine the total cost of laying carpet in the floor plan if the carpet costs that much money and the installation is $560. All right. So first of all, we need to find the area of all 3 objects. So we break it into 3 objects. So here's my 3 objects. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. And now I need to find the area of all 3. So area of number 1, again, it'll be length times width. So this line here will be a 10 because it's the same as this line here, which is 10. So this guy's going to be a 5 times 10. So that's going to give us 50. Okay, so that's going to give us 50 feet squared. So squared feet. Okay. And the second object, 12 times 10. So I'm going to get a 12 times 10. And that's going to give me 120 squared feet. And the third one, we have the kitchen. Now it isn't the entire kitchen. This part here is where the appliances and your countertops are going. So you don't need carpet in the entire kitchen. So the third object for the kitchen is going to be 6 times 4 to give us 24 squared feet. And now we have to add them up. So now we need to get the total. Total area is going to be 194 squared feet. And now we need to convert. Okay, squared feet. So that was the first step. Okay, so step one was find area of all three objects and add them together. Step two is going to be converting. We got to convert units. So we are going to convert from squared feet to meters squared. So we're going to have 194 times 0.0929. And that's going to give us 18 meters squared. And now we have to multiply that by the money. So step 3 is multiply by the money. So it's going to be area times money. Okay, so area times the money. And then you got to pay for the install, right? Area times the money. And we're going to do exactly that. So that's going to give us 18 meters squared times the money, $25.75.
Is it 125 or I can't? Is
I know.
blurry.
It's
What is it? 18 times.
18 times 25.75. I'm trying to erase it.
Okay.
Trying to erase it. It's supposed to be 25.75. As soon as it erases here. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so we took area times the money. Holy, it's froze again. This is brutal here. Okay, finally. So we're got 25. Okay, and that's the money. So that's going to give us a total of $463.50. And now we have to add the install. And that's called the install. Oh boy, that's looking pretty good. Let's see if it'll let me erase it this time.
No.
So we're going to add the install here. Hang on. We'll get it to erase.
How much is the install?
Install is 560.
So plus 560.
Plus 560. Come on, machine. Okay. 50 plus 560. Okay, let's try it again. And that's going to equal for money, $1,023 and 50 cents. Okay, it should be 50 cents on the end. Yeah, it should be 1,023.50. I'm trying to write it here properly. Okay, this concludes
All done.
lesson 4 and unit 4. Okay, so quiz is going to be on Wednesday, the unit quiz.
This Wednesday.
Yep, unit quiz Wednesday. Actually, yeah, well, yeah, that's fine. And then work period with Mr. Choi. Oh, well, I want to erase.
I would just leave it and call it a day.
Okay, there it erased. Finally. Oh, this machine, I tell ya. Okay. 5, 0. And that's our final answer. Holy cow.